Okay, so according to the course outline, we are on the week of November 6th. And we're supposed to see road safety features on 2 dimensions, but the software was not installed, so I cannot cover that. We already covered the drive mode. So I'm going to show you intersections. That's what we're gonna cover today. And I will just show you an alternative way to obtain a report and the alignment, the horizontal alignment, so with the characteristics. Next time, Arash will give you he will be there for you guys, so you work on your project. And AutoSign, I will cover on the 27, on the 20, okay? So I'm just shifting things around a bit. AutoSign will be on the 20, and intersections will be today. Drive mode, we already covered this. Mass hole diagram we covered last time. And unfortunately, we were not able to have this installed for you guys. So I'm not able to show you how to code road safety features. So I will just remove that lab. In any ways, it was not a critical lab. So I will ask everybody to please go and launch Civil3d. Can we talk about these things after I finish recording, please? And from Moodle, we are going to use the old project file. This one over here. So it's the same we have been using for a while now. So we're using this points project CIVI471. Do you guys have it?
Is this the one for the contour that is different for the term project versus the one that you're using?
The thing is, I'm going to show you intersections today. So you don't have to do an intersection for your project.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
So the material for the project finished last time with the mass hole diagram. That's the ending point of that project. I will show you still a couple extra items on Civil3d, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with a blank field, with a blank drawing. And I'm gonna insert the points from the old project and use them to create a surface. So you guys have done this before. But please do not use the one we have been working with, because we have to go all the way back to the definition of horizontal and vertical alignments before we can insert the intersection. You cannot put an intersection if you already created a corridor. The corridor is not going to let you do it. So basically we have to start from 0 for this lab today. So I'm gonna wait a moment until you guys let me know that you have successfully opened Civil3d and successfully opened the points project CIVI471 as I
It's
have
done
them
for
on
me.
screen. Go ahead.
It's already done for me.
Okay, thanks. The rest of you, are you guys here?
Yep, I was successful as well.
I opened it, but I haven't imported them yet.
Yeah, you can go ahead and import, put them as points for surface. Put them in a group. So we remember these points are for the surface.
I know we've done this before, but how did you get the import points tab open? Points from file.
Insert points from file. You got it, Lana?
Yeah, I'm looking for the emote icons. It looks a bit different. So I'll find it eventually. Okay, found it.
Yeah, it will have a plus and you click on that plus for adding files. I'm gonna cancel because I already imported my points. I'm just gonna zoom. To the extents. Okay. Okay, who is with me? Or the other way around? Who is still lagging behind?
I'm good.
You are good? I don't hear from the rest of you guys, so I will assume you're fine. We're gonna create a surface. So we make a right click on surface. We already covered this. This is the existing ground. And I'm gonna set up the existing ground to be maybe design 1 and 5. Just saw the design 1 and 5 is, I think is red and green colors. So it looks better on the screen. Okay, we're gonna accept that. We're gonna expand, expand, expand. Right click, right click. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there so you guys can see and do it. Although we have done this before, right? You guys with me?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go for add. And we're gonna select points for surface, apply, and okay. Okay, I'm gonna do it myself, apply, and okay.
What's the reason if it's not showing the points from surface, if it's only showing all points?
Because you did not create a group. Did you create a group?
No.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Thank
Then select all points in your case. But it's not a good practice because you might have some specific points that are to indicate the alignment of an existing road, and you don't want to use them for creating the surface. But in this case, it's fine. Just select all points. Okay, so we are going to insert 2 alignments. So we're going to go to Home, and we're going to go to Alignment. Are you guys with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we go for alignment, and we go for alignment creation tools. This one is going to be called Horizontal Main Street or Main Road. You guys can have the design criteria included if you wish. So maybe we can have a 70 km/h with design criteria. The important part is you identify this as main road because the other one is going to be called secondary. And that's the case when you have an intersection. Most likely you have one road that is the main and you have another one that is the secondary. It will always be like that. The main road will be the one with more lanes, more ADTs, higher, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say okay. And we will get the alignment layout tools. So we will get tangent, tangent with curves. Please let me know when you get here.
I'm here.
I'm here as well.
Okay, so click tangent, tangent with curves. We're going to introduce an alignment that is going to be similar to the one we have designed before. You guys can put your alignment wherever you wish. Me, I'm just going to put my alignment here, okay? Of course, you can notice that I'm trying to follow the contours as much as possible. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to soften a little bit my radius of curvature. All right. You guys introduced your alignment already? Let me close my mail. I thought this was closed. Okay, did you guys introduce your alignment?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna close this. We're gonna close the toolbox and we're gonna go again for alignment and alignment creation tools. We're gonna have a secondary alignment now. So we repeat the procedure, alignment, alignment creation. But this time it's gonna be called horizontal secondary road. Oops, okay. So this is secondary. All right, so let me know when you are there.
Done.
I'm done as well.
Okay, so we go again for tangent, tangent with curves. In my case, if you see my screen, I'm gonna have it here. And I'm just gonna do a little segment, okay? Nothing too fancy, just a little segment. So I can put an intersection over there. You can continue the alignment if you wish, but for the purpose of this, that segment will do. Are we okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna close the tools. Now, we're going to introduce an intersection here. Before we introduce the intersection, we need to produce the vertical alignments. So I'm gonna push this drawing a little down with pan. So I'm panning, pan, and I'm gonna put up here the two vertical alignments. So we're gonna go to Profile, Create Surface Profile. Profile, Create Surface Profile. Okay. Now, you notice we have main and secondary. We're gonna do main first, then we will repeat the procedure for secondary. But we're going for main first. The existing ground is only one, so it's existing ground, that's fine. And for the sample offsets, I'm just gonna use 0, a sample offset. And I click on add. So I'm gonna wait for you guys to do this.
Done.
The rest of you, are you fine? If I don't
Yeah.
hear complaints, okay. So we're gonna go for draw in profile view. So I'm calling this main street or main road profile view. And I'm gonna go here and click on this to edit the style to make it a little nicer. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So click here and we're gonna edit directly. Last time I copied the current and give it a name and so on and so forth. I'm just gonna edit this one. And I'm gonna clip it. Okay, so I have checked the box in grid, I clip vertical and horizontal. So clip vertical grid, clip horizontal grid. So that's all the changes I'm gonna do. You can say, okay. Okay, so we're gonna say create profile view. The rest of the options I'm just gonna keep by default. Can I go ahead?
Yeah.
Okay, so we click on create profile view. And I'm gonna put it up here. Okay, you guys obtain a profile view, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna repeat the same procedure for the secondary. So we're gonna go again, create surface profile. Now, this time is gonna be for secondary. So you have to change the selection of the alignment to be horizontal secondary. And we will add only the center line. The center line is the sample offset equals to 0. If I want the edge of the road and is one lane, I will have minus 365 for the left and 365 for the right. If I have two lanes, I will have 7.3 for the right, minus 7.3 for the left, okay? But I'm just gonna put the center line at 0. Add. Are you guys with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. So we hit drawing profile view. Okay, in my case, didn't pop the window. Something happened on my case. Oh, here it is, here it is. Probably the memory was doing something. Did you guys got this screen, this window?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna make sure here in the profile view, this is gonna be called secondary, not main. Secondary road profile view. Okay, so I changed that name. And I'm gonna make sure here by clicking on the edit that I have clip horizontal and vertically. So I'm gonna go to edit and it is clip. Okay, because I changed it before, so this is fine. Okay, so please make sure you change the name of the profile view. And also make sure that you're using the horizontal secondary, because this is gonna be a separate profile view. Let me know if you're here, please.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go for create profile view. And we're gonna put it up here. So this is my secondary and this is my primary. Those are only profile views. I still have to introduce the vertical alignment in both of them. One for main, one for secondary. I'm gonna zoom into main. So you can see this is secondary and you can see this is main. So we're gonna work out main first. You go to profile, profile creation tools is the second option. I'm gonna wait here until you guys confirm that you are here.
I'm there.
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 Okay, thanks. So profile creation tools. We're gonna come and click on this profile, the profile for main. Okay, click on it. And we're gonna name it vertical alignment main road, because there will be a vertical alignment for the secondary road that will come soon. But this one is for main. If you wish, you can do a design criteria, a criteria-based design. If you wish, it's not necessary today. But of course, when you are doing this for real, you have to do design criteria. Are we good to go?
Yeah.
Okay, so I click on OK. And I get this toolbox. And I'm gonna do draw with tangents, draw tangents with curves.
I'm there.
Okay, thanks. So we go for that one. Now, if you can use the snap and snap it in the ending point, that'd be good. If not, we can come back at the end and make sure it has snapped to the ending point. So I'm gonna click there and I'm hoping that that is my ending point, the point I just snapped it to. But it's hard to tell, it's hard to see. And I'm gonna remove my snapping now so that I can draw with the snapping bugging me. And we're gonna introduce that vertical alignment. Now, if you notice, in my case, I don't know yours, but in my case, it's going up and then it's going down. I'm not gonna go up all the way. I'm gonna go up slowly, but not all the way. And then I'm gonna go down, but not fully. And I'm gonna go again up, but not all the way. I'm gonna cut probably a tiny bit there. And I'm gonna bring it all the way straight. I'm gonna pan. I'm gonna continue here. You guys can do it by yourself. You don't have to see me. So I'm gonna be silent for a while. I know you know what you need to do. Okay, so if you guys finish, you will notice that I'm adjusting my curves a little bit here and there. You don't really have to do that unless you have a question mark like this, in which case your curve side distance probably has a violation and you need to have a longer length of curve. So that will probably fix your issues. You can also go to the table to adjust if you want. So you can adjust here in this table. Okay. Did you finish introducing the vertical alignment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. computer is stuck. Just give me a second, please. Okay, here it's back. So as I said before, sometimes we have to go and look at the starting and ending points. I don't know if you noticed, but before I look at my ending point and I adjust it. So I will be looking into my starting point in a moment. I'm just correcting this curve. So I will assume at this time everybody has a vertical alignment. You can go and redo the vertical alignment for the other curve if you wish. I'm just going to show you here. My vertical is not getting all the way to the beginning of my alignment. So there's a portion that is falling short in terms of vertical alignment. That is not good because it's going to give you an error. Lana, this is probably one of the errors you might have. I don't know. We need to check. But sometimes this happens. So you have to come here and go to the ending point of the other one and make sure it's a perfect snap between the beginning and the end. All right.
I'll check that. Thanks.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go now and introduce another vertical alignment, but this time it's gonna be for the secondary. Okay, so I'm doing this now for the secondary. I go the same way, profile creation tools. And we click on the secondary profile. We call it vertical for secondary. Okay, guys. So we go and we introduce with the tools, draw tangents with curves. You guys following?
Yeah.
Okay. So in this case, it's easier to see. That's the ending point. Gonna go probably all the way there. Probably gonna go here. I'm gonna zoom a bit and just correct quickly my curves. Oh, and I can dismiss this. Okay, so one more and I'm done. You see I have a triangle there, right? So you see the current K is 52 and I need 119. Now it's 550, so that's more than enough. Okay, so now I have vertical alignments and horizontal alignments for both the main road and the secondary roads. If you notice, the two alignments cross each other at a specific point there. So please go and zoom in the point where both alignments, both horizontal alignments cross, that is easily visible to you. I'm gonna wait for you guys. Please let me know when you are here.
I'm here.
Here.
Thanks. Okay, thanks.
Here.
Anna?
I'm actually a bit behind, but I don't want to slow you down.
No, but the point is actually you guys can follow.
Okay. So
Don't worry about correcting the curves, just introduce the vertical.
to get the second vertical alignment, we just go to also alignment creation tools and name it.
For the second vertical?
Yeah, for the
For the
secondary
second-
street.
Yeah, so you go again to profile creation tools.
Okay, got it. I'm there.
You click on it, you call it secondary, and you trace it quickly.
Right.
Don't adjust it.
I won't. Done.
Not so sure that done is real.
Well, now I'm done. See, no
Okay.
adjustments.
Okay. So we're gonna go to intersections. It is under the home menu. Okay. And we're gonna click on intersections. Create intersection. This can be done at 2 moments on time. This is probably the best one, the one we have right now. No, I'm sorry. We still need, I need an assembly. Sorry, guys, not yet. Not yet. I need an assembly. My computer got stuck. I'm trying to exit that. But we need to put at least one assembly. So just a moment, please. My computer is frozen, so give me a minute. Okay. I'm gonna zoom out because I need to put an assembly. Okay, so we're gonna go for assembly. All right, so it works. Let me show you something. Hit Control and the number 3. Control and number 3. You hold Control and then 3. That will bring the tool palette for the assemblies. Did it work?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let us use the primary road full section. Okay. So we click on primary road full section and you introduce it. You see a specified location for assembly. So let's put it here. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see it. For today, I'm gonna use this one. Okay, guys? Did you get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna zoom back and we're gonna go now to the intersection. You see, still in my intersection, the intersecting point is not that clear. So I'm still gonna zoom in. So it's very, very clear and there's no room for confusion. Because I might get confused with these red lines here, but my intersection point is between the green lines. So I can, if I want, introduce a piece of a corridor in one of the alignments, but don't run over the intersection because the intersection will have its own corridor section. I'm gonna repeat myself. I can go and create a corridor, but have the corridor stopping here, maybe 50 meters or 100 meters before the actual intersection. So if I'm looking at this one, which is my main street, the intersection is approximately at 5 kilometers. You see, I'm in 5,000 here. I'm in 4980 here. This is 4990. So I will probably stop the corridor at 4 plus 900. Okay. Then I will come and introduce an alignment, an intersection here. And then I will stretch the corridor and merge it with the intersection. And then I will have another portion of corridor on the right-hand side, and I will stretch that and merge with the intersection. I'm not sure if that is clear, but I'm gonna show you. Go to corridor. You guys are with me, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so click on corridor. The corridor is gonna be corridor Main Street or Main Road. The horizontal alignment has to be main. The profile is the vertical for main. The assembly is my primary road section, and my target surface is existing ground. So I'm gonna leave this on screen for 1 minute or so. So you go and set it up the same way I set it up.
Done.
Okay. I'm still gonna wait a few, maybe 30 more seconds. So make sure you choose everything the way I choose it. Okay, guys? Everybody here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so click OK. Now, please notice, this is the baseline, and this is the section that I'm creating. It's based on the primary road full section, but the ending station, I'm gonna alter the ending station. I said I wanted to run until 4,900 to stop about 100 meters before the intersection, because the intersection will have its own corridor section. In your case, you need to check where you want to stop it. It depends where you put the intersection. And to the rough intersection alignment, take away 100 meters before. Reduce about 100 meters, so you stop the corridor about 100 meters before the intersection. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
I'm assuming some of you are checking what is that value. So I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna wait. Is everybody here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, click OK. and you rebuild the corridor. I'm gonna zoom out a bit. You can see how the corridor actually stops at 4,900, you see? Which is what I wanted. Because here I will introduce the intersection. We're gonna do the same for the secondary road. Now my secondary road, the intersection is approximately at 510. So I will stop it at 400. In your case, you have to go and see where is that point. So in my case, I will stop it at 0 plus 400 because the intersection is at 510. My computer is frozen, so in anyhow, we will wait. You guys can go ahead and click on corridor and repeat the procedure, but you need to make sure you are selecting the secondary corridor, the secondary alignment. Okay. Can I go ahead, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, corridor. Now, this is, corridor name is secondary road corridor. Alignment is horizontal secondary. The surface is vertical alignment secondary. Assembly is primary road full section, and existing ground is, target surface is existing ground. Let me know when I can go ahead.
I'm done.
I'm done as well.
And
Okay, so we click OK. Now, I said I will stop it at 400 meters. You see, 400. I can probably go a little beyond 400, but just to be on the safe side, I'm taking 100 meter back. That means here, I have to change the ending. Notice, it's not for the BL. BL is the baseline. The baseline will always go from the start to the end, all the way. You should not change the baseline. It is for the RG, which is my current section, okay? So this is to 400. In my case, in your case, you need to look at the number and put the proper number here. You need to look at the station that is on the intersection and set back 100 meters. For me, it's 500. I take away 100, is 400. Okay, guys?
Yes.
Rest of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, I cannot see you. In a regular lab, I will see and I will know from your faces if you are fine or not. Okay, so we hit OK. And we rebuild the corridor. Are you guys here?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have three choices. I can make an independent intersection corridor. I can make an intersection corridor that is part of the main road, or I can make an intersection corridor that is part of the secondary road. So I have those three choices. For any of them, we have to go to intersection. Before I introduce these corridors, I could have introduced the intersection before doing the corridors, but it's maybe more advisable to have the corridors first. You will see why soon. So we go to intersections, create intersection. You guys found where is the intersection?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm done.
click on it, please. You will notice it will ask on the command line, create intersection, select intersection point. You have to go and select the intersection point. I don't know if you can see in my drawing, but once I arrive there, I have a green X. And so I will click with the mouse, left mouse click. Okay, guys? Now, it's going to ask for the main road alignment. You can click on it, or you can hit enter and select from a list. To be on the safe side, it's rather recommendable to click enter and select from the list. Please let me know when you are here.
There.
Okay, I will assume the rest of you are here. So you click enter and you can go and select what is the main road. So my main road is this one, main road, okay? If it is the secondary, that's not the case because I'm looking for my main road. And I click OK. This will open a new window where we will define the intersection. Did you guys obtain this window?
Yeah.
Okay, I will warn you, I'm not an expert creating intersections, so I'm gonna show you the basics, okay? It's not something I do routinely, but I know how to create one. So you have primary road crown, and then the secondary is not crown, like in this drawing. The secondary will come with a crown, and then when it arrives to the intersection will be flat. This is like when you arrive from a very rural secondary road into a main road, and you have to go up and then down again if you want to go back to the secondary. Or you can crown both. You see the preview drawing here, okay? It depends on the circumstances. Most likely you want all crowns maintained. That's the most likely circumstance. We move to geometry details. This is how you will create an offset to have like a widening to put like a turn lane. I am not really good at this, so I'm not gonna do it, but this is how you do that, theoretically speaking, okay? And this is the corridor that will be created for you with the primary and the secondary roads. Now notice, you can create a new corridor. This is the option one I told you. The intersection will be independent. Or you can add the intersection to the main street or to the secondary. I don't know if you are looking at my screen, hopefully yes. So you add it to the main, which will be one of the preferable cases, or you add it to secondary. Typically we don't do that. So most likely you add it to the main or you create it as an independent corridor. I am going to add it to Main Street, to the main road. Let me know when you are here, please.
There.
I'm there also.
Okay, so create intersection. It will take a few seconds, maybe 1-2 minutes, depending on how the speed of your machine. In my case, it's almost finished, but it's not fully finished. Now it's fully finished, oh, almost. I will dismiss this window and I can see I have my intersection. I'm gonna wait for you guys until you tell me you have obtained your intersection like this.
Or you have it obtained.
Hmm?
I have it obtained.
So you
Like
got it?
that. Yeah.
Okay. It depends on the machine and it depends on different things. If you use a different assembly, if you add it as an independent or not assembly. So processing time varies depending on the computer. What about the rest of you guys? Vasil, Luis Phil.
Everything works for me.
So you got it?
I have a lot of errors, but it's okay. We can continue.
Okay. In other words, you are gonna throw that computer in the garbage.
Exactly.
Okay.
I got a comment at the end, but I exited it so I can show you. It was saying that the path was not found.
The path, maybe you changed something, I don't know.
Okay. I mean, so far it looks the same as your screen. So
Okay,
I'm just gonna carry through with it.
all right. Now, if you guys notice, this is part of the same. You see, I highlight one and both are highlighted, but there is a gap. The reason why there is a gap is because I don't know how far the intersection will go until I am creating the intersection. I do know that it's typically 20, 30, maybe 40, maximum 50 meters. And that's why I back up 100 meters away. So now I'm going to stretch this portion and merge with this other portion. You see what I will do? And I will do the same later on here with the secondary. I will stretch the secondary all the way here. So I have two ways to do that. One way is clicking here. You see I have like a little light blue rhomboid. I can click on that rhomboid. I can stretch it until I get to the other rhomboid. And if that works, it got extended, but I need to zoom and check. Yeah, this is good. So you can try that. Click on one, click on the other one, and stretch one of the rhomboids until you are on top of the other one. Don't worry if it didn't work. We can correct it on the table. Like if it got close but not perfectly there, we can still go and correct it on the table. That's what I'm going to show you soon. Can I continue?
Yes.
Okay. Now go and click on the main street corridor, and you will see the menu on the top will be a dynamic menu. We're going to go into corridor properties, I think. Corridor properties. Okay, did you guys obtain this? You go to parameters, right? Should I go back to obtain this, or is it clear how to get the corridor properties?
No, it's fine.
It's clear.
Okay. Now, you see I expanded this one, but I condensed the others because the one I want to see is this horizontal main intersection that you see goes, I have from 4 plus 973 all the way to 5 plus 02508. So those numbers are important because that's the beginning and the ending of my intersection. So I'm gonna write them down actually. I have 4, 9, 7, 3, 3, 2. That's the start. And my end is this one here. Is 5, 0, 2, 5, 0, 8. In your case, it's maybe something else, most likely. 99.99999% chances is different. Unless you have spy software on my computer and you are copying the information directly. But this is important because this is the start and the end of my intersection. So you see the intersection actually spans for about 50 meters, right? A little more, 52 meters almost. If you notice, you have also your secondary. In my case, the secondary goes from 484, 87 to, so from here to 536, 63. So you have to go and find what is it in your case, okay? Now, notice I have tracked these curve return fillets. So in your case, it's gonna look like this. So you go and you just compact or condense this. And you show the main horizontal and the horizontal secondary. So that's what you want to see. Can you see those characteristics for your case?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, notice here on my intersection, this stop in 4900, right? And it starts in this point, which is, I can go to the table, and I know is 97332. This one over here is my baseline for my main road, and this is my first segment, which I stop in 4,900. Do you guys remember? Some time ago, I only had the first 2 rows in this. So I had up to here some time ago before I created the intersection. And I inserted this arbitrarily. But now I know that should be the same as this, because where one starts, the other one ends. So I can go ahead and edit 4973.32. You see what I'm doing? Instead of stretching on the drawing, I am editing on the table. And I will go and click OK and rebuild. Please do that in your intersection. I will wait maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So you let me know when you are there, please.
I'm done.
Okay, did it work?
Yeah.
Okay, good. This is actually more accurate than stretching the drawing, as you probably notice. Okay, that's good, Bowen. Now, you notice I still don't have this portion of the intersection, right? Of the corridor. So we're gonna go and repeat the same procedure and create it. And the same is true for the secondary. Lana?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks.
So we go again to corridor properties. And we are going to create the other portion of the corridor that is on the right-hand side and below for my case. In your case, might look different. So I go to corridor properties. Remember, you have to click on the corridor and then corridor properties. Now, as you notice, I extended this to match that. That's fine. This is the end of my intersection. So the next segment, excuse me, the next segment has to start here and go all the way to the end of the station, which is 5 plus 981, this one here, okay? So it's gonna go from 502.508 all the way to 598144, excuse me, which is that. How I do that is I come here and I make a right click and I say insert region after. Oh, give me a second. Yes, insert region after. We can do that. So I'm gonna hold it there so you can do it. Are we good, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The region name, I'm gonna keep it fine as it is. The assembly is gonna be primary road full section. If you wish, you can call it region after intersection. Okay. So we click on OK. We are gonna adjust the starting because this starting is conflicting with the intersection. I want this 497332, which is the starting that was automatically created from this, to be changed to the ending of the intersection, which is 5 plus 02508 in my case. In your case, is something else. So I will come here and edit. Okay, so I edit this to be the same as the end of my intersection. The concept clear? Go and do it, please. Otherwise, let me know.
Sorry, the assembly, did you change it or did you leave it as curb return for that?
No, the assembly is primary road full section.
Okay.
The curb return is a curb and gutter. If you didn't select it correctly, Lana, you can still come here, click on the one you want to change and change it here, okay? So if you select the curb, you come here and you change it.
Thanks.
Automatically, it's gonna take the ending of the previous section, but because it's not recognizing that there is an intersection, so you have to go and change this to be the ending of the intersection, which is this. Are we okay, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So click OK, rebuild the corridor, fingers crossed. Let me know when it's done on your side, please.
It's done.
Okay.
Done.
Okay, good. We're still missing this bottom portion here, which is part of the secondary. So I'm gonna click on the secondary. On the drawing, I click on the secondary. And I go to corridor properties. Okay. I have written before the ending of this, but I think maybe you guys did not. Because what I need to do now is simply make a right click and say add region after, but I need to change the start station. I think you guys might not have taken that number. So I'm gonna come back to the intersection, sorry. I'm gonna come back to the intersection. I'm gonna go to corridor properties. So go back to the intersection, corridor properties, and read from here on the secondary intersection, what is your ending station? In my case, it's 536.63. In your case, it's something else, okay? So just come here and get this number because we need it. If you have not stretched the intersection on the secondary, then you need this number to make sure that you stretch also that segment there. Okay, so take these two numbers. How do you know it's secondary? Because it says here, secondary. Okay. I'm gonna cancel. I'm not gonna change nothing. Okay, so we're gonna go now into that. Sorry, my computer got stuck. For some reason, it's selecting everything. Okay, there. So click on the secondary road and go to corridor properties. You see, in my case, is running from 0 to 484.87. The next section in my case will start in 536 because I have an intersection. In your case, I don't know what is the number you wrote, but that's the one we're gonna use. So this is my region before the intersection. Okay? And I'm gonna make a right click and say insert region after. And I'm gonna call it region after the intersection, but this is on the secondary. And it's a primary. I'm gonna wait for you guys.
It's done for me.
Okay, you can click on OK if you
Me
wish.
too.
This number needs to be adjusted because right now is the ending of the previous, but we know there is an intersection, so we don't want this to overlap the intersection. In my case, it's 536.63. In your case, I don't know. Put the number that you need to write that we copied from before. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Click OK. OK, and then rebuild corridor. And we wait. Just one last item that is not necessary, but I will show you in anyhow. Let me know when you are here, please.
I'm with you.
Okay. We're gonna just pan to an empty space, preferable where you have your assembly. You see, this is the assembly I'm using. We're gonna say Control 3, Control 3, Control 3. And we're gonna take a bridge. You won't see the bridge. You have to come here at the very bottom of the tool palette. You have like 3 lines. You barely see them, but if you click there, it will show you the rest of the options. Can you see the bridge and rail?
Yeah.
The rest of you?
Yeah.
Okay, click on that. We can take anyone, really. My computer is stuck, it's frozen again. The good thing is it's a workstation, so it's supposed to be very good. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one. Or that, doesn't matter really. Let's take that. Okay. So it looks like I need an assembly. Never asked for this before. Okay, so apparently I need an assembly. Okay, so let's put an assembly. I don't know if this is happening to you guys. If you can just click and insert it, that's fine. In my case, I'm gonna have to go create assembly. Call it bridge. Put it there. And then bring the bridge. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be on the video, guys, because I am out of time, unless you don't mind. 3 or 4 extra minutes.
It's fine for me. I don't mind.
Okay, thanks. So as you notice, I was forced to go to assembly and then put this assembly target, and then I was able to bring one of the bridges. What I will do is I will introduce this bridge on the corridor, on a specific segment of the corridor, okay? So let's see where. I'm gonna zoom. I'm actually gonna zoom to extents. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom now in here. And maybe we can put it here. Somewhere between 940. I can increase this maybe if you don't see it. So somewhere between 940 and 1400. Okay, so I'm actually gonna fix this like this, because I know I will have a bridge flying from here, 940 to 1480. Okay, I'm gonna write it down. From 940 to 1460. So that I don't have to cut. Instead, I have a bridge flying there. Maybe this is a river, okay? So how do I do that? Go to the alignment and click on the corridor. Okay, click on your corridor. In your corridor, you get the corridor properties that we have been using before. Are you guys with me?
Yep.
Okay, click on corridor properties. And we are going to break this section because I want to introduce a new section between 940 and 1460 in my case. How I do that, I make a right click and I say split region. And I can come and split the region here, or I can specify the alignment here. Okay, so I can do it here on the drawing, you see? All right. So I can come to the station that I want, which is 940. And then select the other station, which is 1460, or I can type here 1460. And then right click, there. Then I hit escape. You see how this was split. Right, of course, at the beginning I click on the drawing, so it's not very accurate. That is better to type like I did in the second. I could have typed twice. So go and do it, please. Right click, split section, and then enter. Let me know when I can finalize this. I just need to do one more step.
Then
come to the primary section in the assembly for the new section, right, that you created. Actually, you can come here and change the name of this section. And the section will be RG Bridge. And the primary, this assembly, you come and you change it to your bridge. So you will have a bridge from this to this. Okay? And this way you can go and split your sections and have a section with a shoulder, have a section with a guardrail, have a section with a sidewalk, have a section with a retaining wall, have a section with a cycleway, have a section with whatever you want. Then you just say okay and rebuild the corridor. If you zoom, you will see that this is a different section, you see? You don't have to do this, but if you go into Drive, which is not fully ready for Drive, but I will just do it one moment to show you. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing it so you can see. I'm in station 300, 360, 400, 420, 440, 460, 480, 500, okay? As soon as I get to my station 940, you will see this will become a bridge. It's coming now. Pay attention. You see how it will change the rendering to be an actual bridge flying on space. And then it will eventually arrive back into your terrain, in my case in 1460, which is about now. Okay, guys. Of course, it was not ready for full drive mode because I have not specified some stuff. But it's so you can see that the representation of whatever you have defined will come there. I'm going to stop the recording now.